feel like I look short. Is anyone there? Oh, concurrent viewers, 6. Let's see, we got green here. Somebody chat, say something so I know you're there. Oh, I got to put the Discord link here. You go away for 2 weeks, and everybody stops watching. There we go. I got a like. All right. Woo, man. So I'm sick. I got the flu. I'm down. I'm out. But I'm here for you. Hey, there we go. Bob, how's it going? She's in Cali. I thought she lived in California. Yeah, I got my coffee though. Yes, you should wear a mask. I should wear a mask. That would be the kind thing to do. Hey, John, what's going on? Yeah, good week. Beth had the week off, and we went away Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So that's why I wasn't here on Monday. I thought about checking in on Thanksgiving, but it just got kind of crazy. And then was it? When did I? Oh, Wednesday I went and got this. This is a new guitar. I'll tell you about this in a little bit. It's kind of an interesting instrument. Yeah, no, you can probably hear it in my voice. Yeah, I felt pretty cruddy this morning when I woke up. I mean, it's been. I still played at church over the weekend. I just heavily medicated. So, and then I slept good. I had a good night's sleep pretty much. I mean, I got up a few times. But I think I was, laying down for 10, 11 hours. The problem with that, though, I feel like when you're laying down, you kind of get more of the head stuff going on. When you stand up, some of that stuff can kind of drain down a little bit better. So sitting up to me is a little bit better. But, man, I'm just, and it is so weird, too. You wake up and you're sweating. Like, I sweat through my shirt. I had this sweatshirt on, and I sweat through it. And I'm like, what the heck? And then, so I take it off, and I go back to bed, and I'm like, then, I wake up again a couple hours later, and I'm freezing. It's like, what the heck? It's so crazy when you're sick. But I used to have horrible hallucinations when I had a fever. Now, I had, I think I had a fever last night. I don't normally get a fever as an adult, but my normal temperature is like 96.9, 97.1. So I hit 98 yesterday, and I felt like I had a fever, and I'm like, okay. But it wasn't high enough that I started hallucinating. I don't know if you ever had that when you were a kid, where you would have a high fever and your brain would just do hallucinations. I used to feel like my hands were really big, like my fingers were as big as bricks. And my solution to that was to circumnavigate the house with my finger to the wall. So I'd walk around the house in the middle of the night. No one, everybody was in bed. I'd be walking around the house. I don't know. I think for some reason it helped. I don't know how I came up with it, but it was kind of a centering thing, right? I'm touching reality, and I'm going, this is what's real. So yeah, the flu's going around. It may be COVID. I have tests, but I'm not going to take a COVID test. I'm not working with anybody. I'm not going anywhere this week, as far as I know. I'm working from home this week. I wanted to look up and see if I had done the paperwork or the diagrams for a lesson, one of my favorite lessons to teach, which is modes. And I was like, at one point I thought about teaching it in front of my TV so I could put the images on the TV and then point to it like a white erase board or something. Let's see, go to desktop, YouTube. Oh, where would that be? It would be way down here. Open C, favorite guitars. I never did do that video of my favorite guitars. I should do that. That would be a good one. I think because I think a lot of people will be like, oh, I didn't know someone else liked that guitar player, because my favorite list is going to be a little bit more contrarian, I think. So let's see who we have here. So I said, I think I acknowledged you, John. Bob, I know I did. Wendy, good to see you. Thank you. Pepper. Bruce is in the house. Hey, how you doing, Bruce? So I got a new guitar. This thing here. Beth and I were up in basically San Luis Obispo. We went up to. Do I have? Let me see. I have pictures, I think. We went up to where was that? Did I? Oh yeah, let me see. I just sent it to myself. It's probably the easiest way to do this. Now I can't think of the name of the area we went to, but it has a big rock. We didn't climb the rock. Well, I don't think you can climb the rock. We didn't even go to the rock. We just went there for lunch, and then we hit a million. We walked around that town. They have a ton of antique stores. So let's see if I can drag this over here. Now that it's over there, I can drag it over here. All right. Let me look up the name of the town before I put the picture up. Okay. Let's see. So we were walking around, and every time I go to antique stores, I'm looking for instruments. Didn't really see anything, and they could be percussion instruments or guitars or even some kind of keyboards or things like that. I'm game for just about anything, and I saw a couple things, but not much. But there's a really cool guitar store in a really cute little town. The problem with this town is now everybody's starting to realize it's cute, and rich people have moved in and fixed it all up, and the houses now are millions of dollars. So Arroyo Grande, and it's not on the beach, but it's very close to the beach. What am I looking for here? Nope. There we go. So it's near San Luis Obispo. We actually drove past San Luis Obispo to get there. It's called Morro Bay. Duh. Morro Bay. So there's this rock here, and in Morro Bay. And here we are. Oops. Oh, why are you turned around? Well, that's weird. Okay, let me delete that, right? And make sure I'm deleting the right thing. Nope. Yes. All right, let me adjust this. Let's see. And why are you doing that? It should have gone in straight. All right, let me just make it a lot smaller, and it will probably work. Duplicate, adjust size. Yeah, go. Okay, see if that works. Yeah. So yeah, you can see the rock back there, Morro Bay. It was very nice, really good restaurant there. Like I said, a lot of antique stores. So we must have hit 5 or 6 antique stores, and just walking around the town. It's a very small town, so that was fun for her. We found some stuff for Christmas presents, which is always, the kids love it. The kids, all our kids are pretty sentimental, so they love old stuff like that. A neighbor of mine in Indiana gave Alex all of it because his kids didn't want him. He gave Alex all of his war medals from World War II. Alex was so blown away. He was like, and Mr. Metternach was really happy that Alex thought they were cool. So he was a fighter pilot. He was a bomber pilot in World War II. And so Alex thought that was really, really cool. So, but anyway, so coming home, we stopped by this guitar store called Lightning Joe's Guitar Heaven. Long name. Really cool guitar shop. I'm sure they're a Fender dealer and a Taylor dealer and Gibson. I mean, they have everything. It's a huge, huge store. Oh, I did post a Discord link, but I didn't pin it. Sorry, Bruce. Let me pin it. There we go. And then we went. So we stopped at that store, and I was looking for. So, you know what I do is I'm often asked to create sounds that are outside the box. I wouldn't say they're sounds that no one's ever thought of, but just sounds that sound weird. I'm working on it, franchises in the gaming and even in films on TV where you need to create sounds that don't exist necessarily, or that sound out of this world. Yep. Oh, John, that's nice. Hey, Dennis, good to see you. Claudio, good to see you too. I think I got everybody. So it's rare that there's an electric guitar that has a sound that I don't already have. And I'm still working on this, still learning it. I'm going to have to take it in to get some work done on it. It's a made in Mexican Fender Strat, but it's an Ed O'Brien Strat. Ed O'Brien is one of the guitar players, the 2 guitar players for Radiohead. Well, actually, Tom York plays guitar too, but it's Johnny. I can't think of his name. Johnny Greenwood, Ed O'Brien, and Tom York. And this is the Ed O'Brien Strat. And he uses this Strat. He may have a custom shop version of it. And somebody put custom knobs on this. This was used. Somebody put a Floyd Rose on here, which I'm not happy with. Alex and I adjusted it, and it's staying detuned. So there's some issues with it. I think maybe I need to have the nut sized for my string gauge because it was set up with 9s. And it doesn't come back. So I don't know if that's a tremolo thing. I'm thinking about having the tremolo put on it that I have in my main Strat because I really like that dual fulcrum tremolo. The original with this is a 6-screw vintage tremolo, which I'm not a big fan of. I don't like those very much, but I use the tremolo a lot, and this one's just really tight. And it seems like to me that with what this guitar is good at, having a good tremolo is important. So basically what's different about this guitar, You'll see these two little switches here. These control this pickup here. And this pickup is called a Sustainiac. And let me see if it works on, I'll get a different sound here. Let me get something like this. It's out of tune. Okay, so like if I hit that D chord, D minor to the A major. But if I turn on the Sustainiac, and right now I think I've got to remember how it's set. It will sustain it, keep it going. And I need to adjust the pickup here, but I had it set too high and it was fretting out the string. It's pretty subtle, but the one that's cooler is when you go up the octave. So if I go here, here's that upper octave. So I can see where I would use that, say in a case of playing if I did like swells. So I do a lot of swells for things. Let's see. The swells are just setups with a lot of, let me go with the bright. Here we go. With a lot of delay and a lot of reverb, and then I pedal them in. So you don't hear the attack. Like that. And it doesn't matter. Once the Sustainiac is engaged, this switch doesn't do anything. Kind of has an organ quality to it. Get that C sharp. It's crazy. Anyway, so that's the new guitar that I got from myself for Christmas. It's year end. I have to spend some money for write-offs, so well, the bridge pickup is double coil, so it's a humbucker. It's basically a Seymour Duncan pickup, and then this is the Sustainiac pickup, and it's a single bar with the sustainer in it. So it's basically three completely different pickups. So if I turn off the Sustainiac, then you can hear what the guitar sounds like. Let's get what's good? I don't know. So like. Definitely out of tune again. Again, I'm going to have to get some work done on it so it's usable. I would love to be able to play it live too sometimes, because it feels like a pretty versatile guitar. I don't know that I'd use the Sustainiac aspect of it. I thought about having a fretless electric made with a Sustainiac in it. And for some reason the camera is aimed funny, isn't it? Oh, let's see. We can go like this, maybe. That's better. Yeah, that works better. My monitors. Okay, so let's see. Hey, Chad, what's going on? What's the advantage of a Sustainiac pickup over a pedal that can do something similar? I'm not exactly sure that there's a pedal that can do that. It's not exactly compression. So I'm trying to think what would be a pedal that could do it. See, I can't think of any pedal that does that. It's like a feedbacker. I mean, oh, and that's that's octave up. And again, there's adjustments I think that need to be made, but it's working. It's just not, and it says it's not going to be instant. It doesn't happen instantly. It's kind of like. A short delay really wouldn't do that. A short delay would echo it. And because I do a lot of stuff that's very ethereal, sometimes, you know, I'm working on games or movies where they want ethereal stuff. It's perfect for that kind of thing if I'm just holding out a note or whatever. It's kind of like I use EBow a lot, and EBow is essentially the same thing but on one string. It just works a lot better, I feel. Let's turn this off. And the EBow new ones have the octave up. So yeah, the EBow is great for single lines, but this thing, the idea on this guitar is that you're going to have chords that sustain. We'll see, but. But a delay wouldn't quite do it. A compressor wouldn't quite do it. Compressor affects the attack at the beginning. The freeze might work. Yeah, the freeze is kind of like that. You can you hit it and it'll hold whatever last chord you played and it'll just keep it ringing. And I'm assuming there's a setting where you can play on top of that then. So it's kind of like a looper in a way. Yeah. So there might be, I mean, I'm not, you know, like I'm not a big fan of guitars that have effects built in. I remember that was, I don't remember what guitar companies came out with those. Even Gibson, you know, had toyed with that idea of having these big chunky things pop out of the back of the guitar with these compressors and distortions and things like that. I'm like, no one's really going to want to be that committed to one distortion pedal to make the guitar distortion. I'm still kind of working on this, but anything that does something that I don't already have, and I probably have a plug-in that does the electroharmonics. Let's see, where would that be? Yeah, it's a pretty rare guitar. You don't see many of these around. And like I said, it's not a bad. It's not the best sound. Let's see what it sounds like here. Now everything to me sounds nasally because I got a head cold. Turn down a little bit so I don't distort there. And then the Seymour Duncan here is pretty good rock pickup. What an Evo is. An Evo. Did somebody? Oh, Ebo. No, it's Ebo. Okay, sorry. Yeah, Ebo. Sorry, I knew it. Here. It's basically just magnets, I think. They're not expensive, $100 or something. The guy that invented it still owns the copyrights and refuses to sell the company. And he still shows up at the NAMM show every year demoing it. He makes, good money off of that thing. Let me see. Ebo. If you... oh, hilarious. There are companies now that are starting to come out with versions, like Chinese versions of it, but yeah, it's $100. It's been $100 forever. I don't know that he's ever changed the price. Wait, no, I need to create. So, yeah, if you go here and buy it, I get a commission. And if you go here and buy all your Christmas shopping, that'd be awesome. Somebody did that the other day. It was cool. Okay, so basically what an Ebo is this thing. You can see it's got like this groove down the middle that's deep, and then two other grooves that fit on the strings like that. And you just turn it on. You got it's a two-way switch. This way is normal, and this way is the octave, I think. I forget now. Yeah, normal. And so you just put it over the string. And you try to make sure you don't push it down too hard, or it touches the string. I usually put on a neck pickup if I'm going to do it. A lot of times I'll roll the tone knob off. And it just keeps vibrating the strings like an electronic bow. That's what it stands for, E-bow, electronic bow. And you can do it on the lower string. You just have to be careful. You can do it on the high string. Didn't work on the high string very good though. The dream is that this guitar will do that, but with chords. I mean, I wish it would work like, just like immediately do all of those chords would be ringing out. That would be dope. But I don't know if I'll be able to get it set up so it's that active. It's a brand new battery, so that would be one of the first things I would try. So I know the title of this is, I probably should change it. The title of this. I'll change it to New Gear Day. New Guitar Day. Because we're not going to really talk about your training, although I would love to. Yeah, overall I think the instrument will have some usable sounds. It's really, really hard to be judgmental right now with my... What the heck? No. There we go. Yeah, with the EBO, it only works on one string at a time. For a minute, they're very rare. They did a 2-string EBO, and it was for pedal steel players. And I forget what it's called, like a steel bow or something like that. And I've only heard about it. I don't know that I've ever seen one in person. Let's see. 2-string EBO. Yeah, it was in the steel guitar form. I saw this. I love using an EBO to create sustain for droning for single string. Is there a way to get the effect for multiple strings? Okay, so maybe this was a Kickstarter thing. Okay, maybe this nicely. How long ago was this? Oh. Oh, it's too long ago. Yeah, it's definitely something that you would think that he would come up with. There may be a reason why he hasn't done that. Because you could put it on, you could play these 2 strings, these 2 strings, and these 2 strings. That would be kind of cool. I think I would get one as soon as it came out. Sustain Game Changer audio sustain pedal too. It's a pricey, but it seems to be might be able to do something similar to the Sustainiac. Oh, thanks, John. Dennis. Dennis has an announcement, or did I miss something? Oh. Yeah, it's a new guitar. We haven't seen this one. And I like the fact that it's just a basic. It's just the cream with a white. Now, so I bought it used at Guitar Center. They put these fancy knobs on, which I'm going to put the standard white knobs on. Actually, I'll take this knob off. I won't have a knob in this position. Generally don't like to have a knob there on my Strats because when I play like this kind of the funky clean sound, I end up turning the volume down. I have the Sustainiac on. There we go. And that out of phase sound isn't going to sound quite as thin as a Strat with 2 single coil pickups. See, because remember, this is a humbucker. This is a Seymour Duncan. I forget what model Seymour Duncan it is. I think you can get this. Let's see. Let me see. Ed O'Brien. I think they still make it. Yeah, not the best ratings. Yeah, standard. Let's see. Humbucker. I don't know who the dealer is here though. Who's selling it? Where does it say the? Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what kind of Seymour Duncan pickup is. Alex knew. He looked it up. It's the neck pickup that's the Sustainiac pickup. Yep, you can see it here. Sorry, I've got the flu, so I'm sweating right now. I'm losing my voice. Yeah, so it's got a Seymour Duncan here, pretty much a standard Fender here. Let me go to the Fender website. That'll probably have all the info. Oops. EOB. But a lot of people call it the EOB, the Ed O'Brien. Oh gosh, decline offer. EOB. Yeah, there it is. Now, new, it's not that much different than what I paid for it, except that I got a hard shell case with it, which it doesn't come. Okay, Seymour Duncan JB Jr. Humbucking bridge pickup, Texas Special single coil Strat middle pickup, and Fernandez Sustainer neck pickup. And it is a fatter neck than I generally like. I like a flatter neck. This is more round. It's I wouldn't call it a baseball bat. Oh my gosh, stop with the ads. Let's see. So it's a 1056 V-shaped maple neck with 9.5-inch radius maple fingerboard. But again, I'm just trying to find a good sound here to highlight it. Let me go here, and I got this up here. Everything just sounds real dull right now with my ears. Oh, I had the tone off. And the tremolo, somebody replaced the tremolo on it, and it's not. I'm gonna have a spending money on. Normally I don't adjust guitars, but make changes to guitars. But this one I'm gonna do. We'll see if I can get it to a point where I'm going to use it. I can use it live. I don't know how much I'd use a Staniac live. So this pickup, this switch has 3 positions. So it's low, high, and both, supposedly. Oh, typo alert. Okay, sorry. That was weird. Ooh, Guitar Day. Like I said, I'm sick, so I'm like, typo city. Okay, save. There we go. It is a made in Mexico Fender. Yep. No, the pickups were like this. This is how this is designed. The pickups are stock. That's how Fender released it. It's the volume knobs that are changed, and in the bridge they put a Floyd Rose on for some reason. I think they thought they were going to turn into something that they like a heavy metal guitar or something. But I mean, that octave stuff is cool. Like I said, I can use that. I would do it in like this context. So like if I'm doing a swell. It doesn't like having a tremolo used. Hold on a second. Oh, here we go. It definitely sustains fretted strings, I think, better than open strings. But it's pretty cool. And I'm using delay and reverb on there as well. So, yeah, so that's my new guitar. Woo, I'm sweating here. Oh, it's funny. It's still ringing because I had the switch on, even though I turned the volume off. No, the pickups were not mods. Like I said, the pickups are stock. That's the, here. I'll show. I'll send you the Fender page here. I got it right here. If it lets me do it. You can read about it there. And then it has it came with the 6-screw tremolo, and he replaced it, whoever owned it before this, replaced it with a Floyd Rose, which I wouldn't do. But I might have replaced it with a, let's see, can I buy accessories here? Next, pick up bridges, yeah. See, I would probably use a dual fulcrum Strat. Excuse me. No, not vintage. Where's their dual fulcrum? Here, is this it? 2-point tremolo assembly, yeah. That's primarily what I use on my main Strat. Wait, why does it say $79 and then it says add to order $149? Add to cart. Let's see what it said. Yeah. I don't know, just saying why it says $149. Anyway. Woo! Man, I'm sweating. I'm glistening. Yep, EOB Fender. That's right. Ed O'Brien. He's the other. There's Johnny Greenwood, and then there's Ed O'Brien, both in Radiohead, and excuse me. They so this was his custom Strat. I don't know if Alex has said, what if you did a custom, what if you did a signature Squire? And I'm like, oh, I don't think I want to go there. Now let's see. Oh, I forgot the bottom ends rolled off on this. Now that's weird too. That's another thing I noticed about this guitar was it kind of cuts out with the gain setting. And I think it's because I'm pushing down on the pickup like that. That's so weird. So it actually mutes the sound if I wonder if that's another feature. Because was it Ed O'Brien that did the kill switch? Or was that Johnny Greenwood? Or is it? It's not this one. No, it's definitely the Seymour Duncan. When I push the, is it any string? Yeah, any string hits the Seymour Duncan and it cuts it off. Isn't that crazy? Hey Richard, what's going on? That's so funny. It's like, okay, that can't be a feature. Let's see, where is it? Here we go. Back. But I could use that. I've never had a guitar do that. Yeah, I've never had a guitar do that. That's crazy. I may have to talk to somebody at Fender. I mean, that's actually kind of a cool feature if I didn't push down so hard. It'll have to teach me new technique. Yeah. No, I've done that before. That's, doing that kind of thing. But you do it on the Seymour Duncan and it cuts out. All right. Let's see. If Monday is great. Yeah, Monday is gray. Well, today we got sun, but not very warm. It's pretty cold here. I did manage to walk to Starbucks to get my coffee. That took all my energy. I mean, and like I said, I'm sweating. I took Dayquil, but man, my head is just like, my head feels like it weighs 100 pounds right now. Yeah, the Floyd Rose is a mod, and I'm not a big fan of Floyd Rose. I had one back in the day. Now, it's not with a locking nut, which is fine. If I'd seen that, I would have walked away from the guitar. But Phrygian Dominant would sound nice. Scale with sustain. Yeah, yep. Yeah, that's. I think isn't that the scale I did with the with the EBO. Oops. That's a cool sounding scale. It's good to have that one up and down the neck too. But yeah, you're right. One flat, two, and then that's a really weird scale to me. Was that a double harmonic minor or something? I forget. But that's what's the name of that song? Mizzaloo. by. That's what's crazy, because if you extrapolate that scale, if you keep playing that scale, you end up with E, F, G sharp, A, B, C, D sharp, E, F. You get this. That scale has 3 half steps in it. Double harmonic major, yeah. Oh wait. Yeah, Miserlou scale. Yeah, but that's a crazy. That's a crazy scale, but that's actually based on a Greek tune, isn't it, Sam? What did I do? What did I say that was sip worthy? Vigatrim, Vigatrim. Woo! Out of tune. Okay. When I was in Oxnard picking up this guitar, I was listening to the local kind of classic rock station there, and they played More Than a Feeling, and some about that, that guitar tone. Remember, Tom Schultz invented the Rockman, and that was kind of his tone for that. And he played everything on that record except the drums and the singing. And oh, how do I take my guitar? Coffee is just coffee with cream and sweet and low. Pretty simple. Ooh, man, my headache. Oh, gosh. I don't want to die right in front of you guys. Ooh, I probably should sign off. I'll go to 10 o'clock and we'll sign out. Yes, I remember you telling me. Yeah, I remember you posting that, Sam. Vegatrem. Okay. Is that something? Is that the thing that? I'm not going to get naughty pictures, am I? Okay, so what is... Nope, wouldn't load. Weird. Guitar term. Also, you don't have permission to access this resource. That's what happened when I Googled Vegatron. All right. Looks like a 4-screw. I'll check it out. It's got a video with it, I think, on installation. Not cheap though. I think they're $259, $231 at Amazon for a gold one. I never have gold hardware. I hate gold hardware. For one thing, my hands just corrode. Back when I was a kid, I wanted gold, and then my sweat would just corrode the crud out of gold. Oh, I am constantly touching my face, aren't I? Yeah, that is a sipping. And now we're getting up to 29 people. So the guitar is a... let me see, I can write this here so you can see it. Where's the... Here we go. Add text. I think it's... How do you spell MIM is made in Mexico. When you see MIM, oh, that was interesting. Here we go. Let's put it down here. That's the. I think it's Ed O'Brien spelling it that way. Let me look. Yep. Yeah, and it's like I said, it's made in Mexico. So it's not cheap for a made in Mexico Strat. Usually they're under $1,000. This one was $1,300, I think. But and right now I have the. So it's the whole point of it is to have the Sustainiac, which is a sustainer. Which, in some ways, there are times when I have to get feedback. People, they specifically ask for feedback, and to do that, I often have to turn up my studio so loud it's like almost dangerous. So the nice thing about this is that potentially I could have. I can have a low volume. Which is super nice. It's super convenient, and that would be different than what you could do with the freeze pedal on Electro Harmonics. Freeze is great for holding a chord. I know that Rick Beato uses it to like hold a chord and then he'll play over it. We wish you could join too more often, Chris. No, it's probably because it's not gold, but my sweat just tears apart. Anytime I have gold hardware, it's just awful. It looks awful. I have one guitar left. I think it's my second electric ever, and that one still has gold hardware. I had a Gibson L5S. That's a crazy guitar. That was like one of my first guitars too, and I thought it was a high-end Les Paul, but it was really kind of like a solid body jazz box. So the pickups were not very hot, so I didn't ever get the sound I liked with the thing. When I go out to shows, oftentimes I'll wear ear protection. When I'm playing live, usually I'm wearing in-ear monitors, and I keep them at a low volume, and so that allows me to, I don't hear drums. I could be standing next to the drummer, but it shields the drum sound from getting into my ear. Right now, my ears sound like I can't hear anything because I've got a head cold. And I took some Dayquil, but it's just not cleaning out my sinuses. I'll probably do some nasal spray here in a minute. Nice to see you, Sam. Yeah, it's been 3 weeks, so I guarantee by next Monday I'll be feeling better. I'm going to go ahead and sign off, though, because I'm pretty lightheaded, and I don't feel like I feel like I'm wasting your time just chit-chatting with you. So next week we'll continue on the some music theory stuff. What I'd like to do, it's funny, it's sustaining. There we go. I left it on, it's still sustaining, even though the volume's off. What I'd like to do is maybe put together some chord progressions where we can study how to figure them out, right? So what I may do is I may do like a series of chord progressions, and we'll sit down and go, okay, what key are we in? All right, what are the 6 main chords in that key? What are the 3 main major chords? What are the 3 main minor chords? And that will help you narrow down what, I've talked about this all the time. So I'll come up with some examples. I think next week we'll take that on. Yeah, thanks, David. I knew no matter how bad I felt, I needed to get on because it had been 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago, I was at a session And so I had to be there at the session. It was for a Christmas song thing or something. I don't know. And then last week we were up north, and then we went up the coast. And so I wanted to make sure I checked in with you guys. Even if I just checked and say I'm sick, I'll see you guys later. Sorry, bye. But you got an hour out of me, so that's pretty good. Um, yeah, I think I'm okay, Beth. This is such a familiar. Having colds is such a familiar thing. I'm like, okay, I know exactly where I am in this cold. The only thing is, if I get a sinus infection, I'll have to get antibiotics, but I don't think it's going to go there. I've been using the Edipot, so I talked to my doctor, so I'm not too concerned. So I'm not going to go in though at this point. So yeah, thank you. I will get well. Thank you, Richard. Yeah, hit the like button if you can, and we'll talk. We'll talk more in the coming weeks. Oh, I'll see you next Monday for sure.